What's happening? It's Jareth back at it with some Marvel Snap today, and in today's video we are playing around with some of the recently changed cards in Marvel Snap, as well as showcasing the King, baby. So the Kingpin back in action. We got Fisk Tower officially in Marvel Snap now, so pretty unique ability, kind of has an ongoing effect with that location where if cards move to that location they get destroyed. Almost as similar as to the Kingpin himself. Unfortunately, Kingpin doesn't have an ongoing ability, but that turn 6 being able to destroy anything that moves to it really means that we're looking to capitalize, moving our opponent's things around in order to maximize our kill potential and therefore power on the board. And then, like I mentioned, we are playing around with some of the recently buffed cards as well. And with Punisher being some of the featured heroes for hire, targeted missions right now, we also threw Punisher in this deck too. So very unique deck. We have titled this deck Fisk's Fists. So with Fisk, Wilson Fisk being the key component of our deck, and of course Fisk Tower being available, we're looking to really capitalize this newly changed card. So along with Kingpin and being able to destroy anything on turn 6 as well as anything we pull into the tower, we are playing any of the move stuff that we can move our opponent's cards with. So Magneto being one of the best ones. So Magneto rocking in at 6 mana, 12 power with the on reveal effect of moving all opposing 3 and 4 costs to Magneto's location. So really nice when we're able to pull over the likes of like a bishop from our opponent. I know we've been seeing rescues in our deck as well, but rescue has been a lot more relevant, and Magneto being able to pull those characters over and destroy them with Fisk's Tower, or Wilson Fisk himself if we got him on turn 6, does mean that this 12 power is going to surmount to a lot more than just 12 power. Also rocking Aero. So Aero is awesome in this style of deck as well, as you don't really need as much setup if Fisk's Tower is showing. So on reveal, being able to move all cards played to this location that she's played at is really capitalizing with Wilson Fisk, of course, and Fisk Tower. Polaris is another great addition into this deck for the same purpose of Magneto and Aero. So on reveal, being able to move an opposing 1 or 2 cost to this location can mean some good differences. We're able to get the likes of a Ant-Man, Mojo, Goose. A lot of ongoing cards are being played right now with some Spectrum decks, and a lot of the times those characters are a little bit lower cost, so being able to pull those over, potentially destroying them, also while rocking 5 power, is nothing to shrug off. As we mentioned, we are playing rescue in this deck, so newly buffed, now rocking in at 4 mana, 4 power instead of the previous 5 mana, 5 power. So on reveal, if you play a card here next turn, plus 5 power. So really nice when you're able to drop her on turn 4 and play the likes of an Aero on turn 5, being able to move them into the Fisk's Tower location can mean you are, really capitalizing some potential victory points there. So really nice addition. As we mentioned, Punisher is in this deck. Punisher is pretty alright. Not my favorite card in Marvel Snap by any means, but this character being able to get +1 for each opposing card at the location, not really playing around his theme. Maybe an ongoing deck would be a little bit better, but threw him in as we are still trying to take out the missions that are currently available for the season pass. Lizard. So Lizard is an addition to this deck, also newly renovated. So Lizard now has 5 power compared to the previous 4 power. And Lizard has this ongoing effect of -3 power if your opponent has 4 cards here. So reason why we have Lizard in here is a lot of the times we're not going to allow our opponents to have 4 cards at the location the Lizard is at. Reasons being is we are playing Elektra to get rid of any specific 1-drops that might be in that same Lizard location. And then of course our move effect, being able to move cards out of the zone where Lizard is at, does mean that we can potentially get a little bit more power that we sneak in there just for 2 mana. Scorpion is in here too, so 2 mana, 2 power, being able to make our opponent's hands go down -1 power for each one of those cards is just a nice 2-drop to have, and a pretty easy addition into some of the earlier pools if you guys are able to rock it. Daredevil. Daredevil is, of course, the Season Pass character this time around, and being able to just get the information on turn 5 is why we continue to play Daredevil in our decks. And of course, you know, Kingpin, Daredevil, they're rivals, right? You've got to put them in the same deck and just make it really fists. Last couple of cards, we got Sunspot. So recently just got this cool variant with the gold background and the pink polka dots with the little swipies coming through. So pretty cool addition. As you guys know, I love playing Sunspot. Just being able to convert mana can make or break a game for you, and especially if you're playing a little off curve, Sunspot is able to soak up that power. Lastly, America Chavez is in our deck too, just in case we need some raw power at the later bits of the game. If we don't have any of our move effects into the Kingpin, then America Chavez can at least put out some raw power, and always ensuring we get her on turn 6 is a nice way to ensure we're getting some of our other cards throughout the game before that turn 6 play. So overall, it is a fun deck that you'll be rocking. You'll be moving your opponent's cards quite often, and being able to stomp them and or blow them up with Fisk's Tower is a lot of fun. So may not be the best deck that you guys are rocking as far as getting to infinite, but if you're looking to just have some fun, disrupt your opponent, this is the deck for you. But that's what we got for you guys today. If you enjoy this style of deck tech, please like and subscribe for more. I'd love to continue the amazing comments and feedbacks that you guys have given us on this channel. We are near 200 subs on this channel as well, so please consider liking and subscribing for more. But we'll see you over in the games, guys, for Fisk's Fists. Alrighty, guys, we got game 1 here for you, featuring Fisk's Fists. We got a pretty fun one, being able to move around our opponent's cards and whatnot, and just being able to rock it out on Fisk's Tower is just a sweet flavor win, in my opinion. So, opening hand, not looking too bad. We got Magneto, Punisher, Scorpion, and Daredevil. So nothing turn 1, but that's alright. We'll go ahead and just ship it over to them for now. Have the Tinker's Workshop giving us an energy. We could play out our Punisher right now if we wanted to, but oh wow, our opponent's snapping. They think they got something going on for them. I am imagining Lockjaw maybe is what they're playing. Okay, so we're going to do Daredevil and Sunspot. I do think this is the best play based off of our potential. Opponent decides to do Moon Knight early on, so interesting that that's worth a snap right away. Ooh, the Raptors filling it up. Alright, so we really don't want to play much into this Savage Land right now. Lizard could fit over there, kind of a flavor win with a Reptile and these dinos, but right now we don't have anything to destroy, but now we do. So I'm pretty comfortable putting the Lizard over here. We'll hang on to Elektra just to, make our opponents think they have to play their 4th card to make Lizard go down, and then in the later stages of the game we can drop Elektra down in order to buff the Lizard back up. And I apologize if you guys have some external audio. We got some construction going on around the house these past few days, so if you're hearing any of that, I do apologize. But we're hopefully going to have this wrapped up real soon, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So Daredevil is revealing Hellcow from our opponent, and for us, I almost want to say we're going to do Aero and pull Hellcow over onto the section over here. Will that allow us to beat out our opponent? It will, so why not? We're going to throw Aero over here, move him on over, and it's going to drop our Lizard down a little bit, but we locked it up, and that can mean something for us. So Magneto here. Magneto is going to pull any 3s or 4s. So pulling on over the Hellcow and Moon Knight, thus ensuring us the Savage Land victory. And then potentially we can still win the Tinker's Workshop. So we'll give it a shot here. Opponent decides to play into the Crimson Cosmos as well. Hela, Lady Sif, Hulk, Blade, Storm. Sorry, opponent. That wasn't the one for you. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, didn't get to maximize any kills with the likes of Magneto or Aero. No Fisk's Tower and no Kingpin. But the fact that these characters did move around our opponent's cards really made sure that we got that victory points. And unfortunately, their Hela just did not surmount too much there for them. So, not bad game 1. Let's get you over to game 2, guys. Alrighty, guys, game 2. We are facing Bazaar in this one with the sweet Magneto icon here, too. Very nice. Alright, so opening hand looking pretty nice. We got Kingpin, Magneto, Lizard, and Daredevil. So this is looking pretty nicely. Baxter building as well. So opponent is likely going to be playing pretty heavily into this zone. And I actually want to play pretty heavily here as well. Kingpin will probably throw somewhere else so we can move some cards around into the later stages of the game. Colossus still has the visual bug, as you can see. Oh man, District X, District 10 really throwing us off with replacing the decks here. So, do we mind? Let's throw down our Kingpin, at least get that going for us. Oh, interesting. Kunlun. Too bad we're not moving things into there, right? Okay. We have some potential. So I want to say we need to play into this Baxter building, as this is going to be a pretty crucial zone. So right now we're going to play Rescue. And they're playing their Warpath. Warpath has also been seeing a lot of play, so I think our opponent was playing a Destroyer deck before we got flipped into this District X. So Daredevil visioning in. We are seeing a Hobgoblin coming to our side of the board. I don't like Hobgoblin at all. So what can we do about that? We're going to be pulling 3s and 4s into Kingpin's area on turn 6, more than likely. So I want to just drop our highest potential here in the middle. Lizard and Cyclops, and we're just going to give up over here on Kunlun. And it's looking pretty good for us, right? So let's go ahead and snap. We're going to snap here. We're looking pretty good. Dropping down Rescue with a nice bonus buff. Boom, she goes up to 9. Sure, we'll take the Hobgoblin, but we are potentially securing the Baxter building now. Okay, Magneto into Kingpin. Let's pull over that Warpath. And then from there, I don't think they can do much, right? Our zone is pretty locked up. We don't really care about the leftmost location. There's Magneto. Boom, there's the Stomp. Spectrum. Sorry guy, that wasn't the one. Nice, not too bad at all. Love to see that combo with Fisk and Magneto. That's a great little 1-2 punch with Fisk's fist. So very nice, guys. Let's get you over to the next one. Alright guys, on to the next one. We are playing Giobi in this one. Alright, so Fisk's Tower is showing, and we have some sweet players in Aero and Magneto to really capitalize on it. So looking pretty good. Opening hand with Punisher and Scorpion as well, not too shabby. So definitely want to throw down our Scorpion, and since Grand Central is going to be pulling something later, we'll go ahead and just start stacking up this area. Titan as well. Nice. Okay, so we'll get an earlier play. So, we could really pull some shenanigans here, right? Polaris is able to pull any 1 or 2 cost character, so we could potentially pull pull Angela out of the tower just to ensure that they don't play it on up, so we can still pull things into it ourselves. But since we know they're going to be playing into this, we're going to drop our Punisher now. Yeah, see, there's their Bishop with Angela. That is a little nerve-wracking, but we have our Lizard now. So let's drop Lizard into the Grand Central. Koye really buffing up their Bishop over there. Elektra. Interesting. I'm surprised they decided to play this Elektra at 0 power, not destroying anything. Okay. Alright. What do we got here? I would sure love to play Aero and or Magneto, but the problem is I imagine they're going to be playing into this tower, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot. We're pulling something over there at least. Here we go. There's another swarm. Buffing up Angela and Bishop. There's a Yondu. Gets rid of America Chavez, so that might not be the worst thing to be getting rid of. Boom. Fisk Tower shooting it down. Elektra. They get Apocalypse. Elektra destroys their Elektra. So is this winnable? It's going to be tough. What's our better line? We got Kingpin and Polaris. We could potentially kill one of their 1 or 2 drops, but the problem is if it's not Angela, then it's not really doing too much for us. Magneto pulls over 3s and 4s, but I imagine our opponent is going to be playing into the tower. 3s and 4s. This is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 6, this is a 1. So that's really not cutting it for us. We could pull Bishop out of the tower. 5, 6, 7, 7. We'll give it a shot. I think Magneto's our best play. Our opponent decides to go. Yep. I kind of figured that was coming. Is this going to be enough? 8, 9, 10, 11. It is. Yeah. So Magneto, great play for us there. Being able to move cards around from our opponent's board state can, as you see, make or break some victories. So very nice. Punisher did not seem too bad there in this one. Able to get some more win points for our mission points right now. And Magneto, yeah, man, really the star of this deck so far. Awesome. Let's get you over to the next one, guys. Game 4 for you guys, featuring Fisk's Fists. We got Mr. Blyce in this one. Alright, so early Savage Land, and we have a Sunspot on our side. So I actually like Sunspot into the Savage Land. He is going to be converting any mana that we're not utilizing, so that could potentially buff up the Savage Land enough for us to pull off some victory points later. Daredevil turn 2 is a definite. We'll go ahead and drop him over here on the right side and see what that decides to flip on into. Forge from our opponent into the Savage Land, so maybe a Carnage or Venom is what we would be expecting here next. Interesting. The locations are going to swap around, so if that is the case, I want to play into each of them, as Clintar is going to be moving around here shortly. Brood from our opponent. So maybe a Patriot deck. Turn 6 is looking good. We got Magneto with Kingpin on the board. Not too bad. Let's drop our Punisher. Punisher is going to maximize with these broods and broodlings over here. Yep. Venom. Oh, well, lost it. But that's actually a pretty cool play. I like what our opponent's playing here. That really buffs up that Venom pretty quickly. All right, Daredevil, seeing with his senses here, what can he sense out for us? Opponent snaps. Oh, greedy. Killmonger and Nova. So that is pretty good from our opponent for sure. Killmonger. Okay, so what can we do that's going to make this better for our sake? I want to say let's do Aero. That's going to move Killmonger over here into a zone they're already more than likely going to win. Clintar is going bye-bye for us, but maybe that means... Now, we got priority, so we're going to be pulling before the card gets destroyed. So I'm actually going to opt to put Aero over here. So Zero's out their Forge. All right. Oh, Venom. Oh, Venom. We would like to destroy you, Venom. Mistress Death. Oh, gosh. And a leader. What just happened? Kingpin's destroying our own guys. Boom, smash. I don't think it's enough, though. Wow. I enjoyed that opponent's deck, Mr. Bliss. Good job. That was a sweet one. I did not expect Mistress Death coming down with a leader at that last turn. And wow, double Magneto pulling into that location is a definite what just happened. Nice. So, hey, we lost, but we did what we came out to do, and that was pull cards around and destroy them with Wilson Fisk. Nice. Let's get you over to one more, guys. Alrighty, guys, we got our last one featuring Fisk's Fists, and in this one we are facing Static Sheep, and oh my gosh, another Savage Land. What is this? Looking the same too with Sunspot? Oh my goodness. Okay. So we'll definitely drop Sunspot into the Raptor Zone. Same idea here. Hopefully it turns out a little bit better than that last one. Dark Dimension. Okay. I actually kind of like the Dark Dimension, so you can put some Kingpin underneath that and pull them around into the later bits of the game for some sweet last-minute plays. But for now, we're going to hold off on playing Elektra. Opponent decides to play their Sunspot as well. And the Superflow. Okay, I like the Superflow here. Troubling part is I want to play Rescue, but we're not going to get the bonus if we play her into the Dark Dimension. Some cool animation there. And I don't really want to play her in the Superflow either. I suppose we could do the Punisher. We're losing out on a mana by doing this, but we're converting it at the very least. Not my favorite play, but I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Opponent playing with the Thor. Mjolnir going into the deck. Interesting. Ooh, Kingpin. Perfect. Kingpin will definitely go down, and at this point, this Elektra is still It feels good playing over on the Savage Land, but we would really want it to destroy their Sunspot. So I think I just want to keep buffing up our Sunspot. Uh-oh. The Mighty Thor coming down, Jane Foster from our opponents, so they definitely have a Mjolnir in hand. What can we do about that? 3s and 4s are going to get pulled by Magneto. So let's do Aero. So Aero is not going to be pulling anything over with this play, but the fact that she is 6 power could mean that once we pull Thor out of there on this last turn, we can potentially maximize it. So I like this. Again, I don't want to play Elektra right now because I would rather convert that mana on over to Sunspot. Yeah, and Magneto here I think is going to make or break it. So we're snapping. It's looking good for us. Let's pass the turn on over. Opponent's going to see this Aero and be like, uh-oh, what am I getting into? A Mjolnir. Yep, that's fine. We're not too worried about that. Oh, Magneto from our opponent. Scorpion. Okay, not too concerned. That's fine. Here's why. America Chavez, we don't mind. We don't want to play her anyways. And again, I'd rather convert the mana than play a 1 power thing here. So opponent has 4 cards in their hand. Are they going to play all 4 of them, guys? Or all 3 of them into the slots here? If they do, it's not looking good for us. 3s and 4s. Lockjaw and Thor. So actually, we're going to do this. Elektra is going to go down to destroy this Iceman. So no matter what, even if they play out 3 cards, we're going to get 1 destroyed. So therefore, Magneto is at least pulling 1 of these cards. Let's just hope it's the Thor that he pulls. America Chavez, okay, looks like we're fine. Kingpin, Elektra, boom, destroy that Iceman. And Magneto, bring him on in, baby. Boom, boom. Sorry. That's how it's done. Yeah. Dark Dimension with Kingpin is so much fun, and our opponent had no idea what to expect there. So awesome way to finish it off, guys. Fisk's Fist is a lot of fun, and Kingpin just overall has a lot of potential. And our big star and Magneto in this one has just been rocking out those moves and really just deterring our opponents from being able to play where they decide to play. So overall, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. Again, we are so close to 200 subscribers, and I would love and appreciate if you guys could drop some comments down below and let me know what you guys think about this one. But overall, we look forward to continuing making some more Marvel Snap content, and we can't wait to see you guys there. Till next time.